Okay, welcome to round 3, race 3 of the Australian Institute of Motorsport New South Wales Formula V Championship in conjunction with the Clemenger International Freight National Series, round 2.
Okay, first on the grid, Dylan Thomas from New South Wales, Michael Kinsella, New South Wales, Tim Brooke, New South Wales, Kieran Glover, Tasmania. Off they go.
And they're off. Good even start there from the first 2 rows. Kinsella gets the jump on Thomas, pulls in front of him. It looks like Timmy Brooke goes to go around the outside, followed by Kieran Glover and 1,000 other cars.
Oh, too many. That's unusual. Another not so perfect start from Dylan Thomas in the last 2 rounds.
He didn't do a hill climb at the start of the year, which he usually does to start his... he's on board. Thomas.
On board Thomas looking backwards. There's a fabulous checkmate to the left-hand side, but Tim Brooke in the new Jason takes the checkmate, and he takes Dylan Thomas on board this car.
Well, he's got the outside. It's going to be harder to go around the outside of turn 2. He's on board with Darren Williams. It's Mitch Quigginen in front of him on the front left, and Heath Collinson directly in front of him.
Right, Darren Williams in the fabulous-looking Hancock Racing tyres sponsored Jason.
Simon Pace next to him to the left.
And wheel to wheel, no one's taking anyone off this line of the grid.
And that's Stevie Butcher just up ahead, and Mitch, heading to the right of Mitchie there.
There's Mitch Whittington in the green and black Jason. The checkmate.
Wide.
3 cars wide.
Sideways, Mitchie.
Is that Mitch or Heath that we just saw sliding around?
It was Mitchie. There he is again.
Mitch in the orange car that we just see.
Butcher in the plain blue car with no sponsorship. He just painted it yesterday or the day before.
And they kick up dust. That was Tim Brooke, was it? Kicking up dust.
There's Mitchie going up the inside of Simon Pace. Here's Darren Williams right behind Mitchie. So Mitchie's in the middle of everything at the moment.
Who's
on the outside? There's
on board Darren Williams. That was coming from turn 3.
Heathy, is he going to stick it there? No.
Oh, and he brakes hard. That's Darren Williams braking hard. 2 cars wide ahead of him through turn 4. That's unusual.
Yeah, well, you want to be on the inside going into 4.
Mate, it looks like...
But he's Heathy going up a dead... So Heathy stayed there. Heathy's looking at the inside of Darren Williams into 5.
Right, now we have wet conditions.
Oh, who's that? That's Stubbsy almost taking the... And there's Hookie.
Right, we have wet conditions in the race this morning. You
can still see a couple of damp patches on the track, but it's a very dry track.
It looks like these guys are making up for it.
There's Jacob Andrews going up the inside of, looked like Ella Harrison.
So they're going slow this morning, so they're making up.
Darren Williams, deep dive.
Now that is a braking manoeuvre. Hopefully we'll see.
And he pulled it in.
And there he goes. You can see him running wide and taking the position at high speed.
That was a very solid affirmative move. That's how you like to see it done. Oh, who's on the dirt there? That looks like Jeff Bennett taking the dirt at the exit of 9.
Darren Williams,
15 now.
Darren Williams is such a sweet, gentle, quiet guy off the track, but he's an animal on the track now by the look of that.
Who said he's sweet and gentle?
Well, I've always thought he was just a nice guy.
All right, so here we go.
Not true. Obviously not true.
Jacob Andrews with a green roller go through. There's
Ken Philby there. And
behind Matty Pearce again.
Peter McDonald, we can see in the red Kestrel there going through into the 1200 class.
Okay, so here comes through. Thomas around the outside of Kinsella. Not going to do it there.
2 wide, 3 wide. Packs of cars, all the leading 1600 cars going through there. This has got the makings of a classic 1600 and 1200 Formula V race.
Massive group at the front, dry, slipstreaming, lots of lines you can take. Here's Timmy Brooke looking for the outside, in that Seller on the inside.
In that fabulous looking new F2K14 Jason.
Brooke realised he wasn't going to go around the outside and decided to pull in. Now he's going to try and go around the outside of turn 2. Not going to do it there.
Okay.
Butcher's on the outside of Jason Williamson doing a great job. Kieran Glover's fallen back a little bit side by side with Simon Pace.
That's the white car we can see.
Darren Williams behind.
The white checkmate we can see just on the inside there, and towards
He's
the front
on board
of the
with Darren Williams.
There's a checkmate just in front, normally driven by Ben Porter for many years.
Oh, Darren, Simon nearly touching wheels.
Simon on the left there in the Mako, and they go through this corner 2 wide.
2 wide, you don't see that too often.
You don't see that too often. No, not at all.
And they don't even lose any ground really. So Simon Pace tucks into the front of him for the turn 5.
So that's Kinsella leading, Dylan Thomas second, Tim Brooke third as they go through this corner. This is a modified corner from the original circuit.
Yeah, there used to be a little kink right, turn left.
Okay, packs of cars streaming through. There's Simon
Craig
Duffy
Spark,
there.
Trying to have a look up the inside of Bruce Perry.
Craig Spark just behind Bruce in the white to Aztec.
Okay, so you got Kinsella leading, Thomas.
Look at this. This is just 1, 2,
Timmy Brooke all over
3,
him.
4, 5, 6. I think I counted 16 cars. They're all within about 3 or 4 seconds of the leader.
all over the back of Timmy Brooke.
Right, Michael Kinsella. He's back to the front where
Jason Williamson.
We like to see Mick, a great Formula V driver over the years.
Stubbsy's actually made it up to the back of this group. So after a problem in race 1 and a steady race in race 2, he's up to the back of that group.
Right, I just saw Gary Hook in the sky blue Jason right on Phil Oakes' tail. Phil Oaks in this Sabre from Victoria.
Looks like Matty Pearce is pulling a decent margin on Philby, because only Philby coming through right now.
Right there behind...
With Simon Cannon, Stevie Cannon all over the back of him, and Peter Mack all over him.
That's right, and Bernie Cannon just behind. These are the 1,200 cars.
Here you go, Thomas looking to go around the outside of Kinsella.
And he does, too.
Runs out of puff.
Running out of puff. That's
Kinsella motor's got a great top end. In fact, Thomas's engine's built by Kinsella as well.
Okay, but
as is Butcher's engine, so 3 of the top 4 are Kinsella motors.
Well, it must take a lot if a car passes.
Here it is. There's Thomas with Kinsella.
Here we go, the leading pack of cars.
No, but Kinsella comes back. And there's Butcher. So 1, 2, 3, Kinsella motors.
This is all at 170k through that corner, and then we lose a little bit of speed, but we'll turn into turn 2 in a second from there.
David Cutts builds a motor there from in the Jacer of the CXC sponsored Timmy Brook.
Okay, there's the leading pack of cars we see again coming.
Throw a blanket over him.
Here we go, coming into turn 2. Heavy braking from full speed in top.
Okay, so Kinsella maintains his lead. Thomas maintains second. Looks like coming out of this corner, Brookie will maintain third.
Cars, there's hardly any time being lost from the leader back to about 15th
place. Up the inside of Hook, but he's not going to be on the right side of the track for turn 3.
Right, back to Darren Williams. Now, Darren's in about 7th or 8th place, but it's just nose to tail stuff from the leader.
But coming down the straight, if you're in 7th, the next lap you could be in 1st. So with a group this tight,
look at the speed through this corner. That is very, very fast. Now, from turn 4 now into turn 5, Kinsella is taking advantage of running right off the track.
It looked like the checkmate was going to have a look at Jason Williamson there, but he doesn't do so.
Jason in a great position.
Mitchie, and did somebody just go around the outside of Mitchie?
I think I saw that, yeah. Phil Oakes going through that pack.
That's not a passing thing.
Simon Duffy there. Phil Oakes, great position going through there. That's great.
He's from New Zealand, Stubbsy, so he often doesn't put a lot of thought process into some of his manoeuvres.
Exactly. We know
there you go, Darren Williams deep again. He did this earlier. And
brilliant driving from Kieran out. What an animal on the track that fellow is.
Kieran looks like he's going to hang in there.
We'll find out.
Can he hang in there? You can't hang in there.
Maybe not, but Darren's got the line for the next corner.
I would have put my money on Darren here. What's going to happen here coming into the old 10, 11, 12?
That's right, 10, and now left to the 11 and out wide and left into 12 to come onto the main straight.
I want to see what happens here. Kieran got him.
Kieran got the court position back.
So there's some coconuts going on there.
Steiny, Phil Oakes in the orange Sabre. Hookie going through a great performance.
Steiny.
Now that was Bruce Perry down the inside of Simon Duffy. Lee Porter in the yellow car.
Brucey Pearce, he's ahead of Matty Pearce.
Richard Jefford there in the LE100, last year's state championship winning car.
Down the straight, can Thomas get Kinsella this time? Brookie's gone with him. It looks like Thomas has got it this time.
This is 4 wide.
And Butcher's there as well.
There's just fractions of a second between all these cars here.
There goes 3 wide. That's Gary Hook.
Shane Purvis going around the outside of Gary Hook, I think.
And it looked like it was Daniel Stein right on the outside. There's Al Harrison with Jack Sewell. Here goes Timmy Brook.
Leaders.
Now there goes Kinsella. Looks like Butcher's going to get the run up Kinsella as well.
Michael Kinsella in the number 35 car going from 1st to 4th just in a few seconds.
And he's been so strong on the previous laps. And look at this group. Jason Williams is right there. So is Kieran Glover. So is Darren Williams.
And everyone's caught up to each other through here.
Okay, so the whole field is separated by, I don't know, cigarette paper.
Something like that, yes. Now, this is such a great race. I hope it's doing justice to
Brook. We're thinking, having a look at 4. He looks at his mirror. He covers for Butcher. He's also having a look.
Right, we hope Clemenger International Freight's enjoying this great race. And
as well as his AIM Institute of Motorsport.
And Andy Goodall, I hope you're enjoying this.
Yeah, he's watching from
Everyone's
Queensland.
now going off the circuit.
Jason Williamson having a look up the inside of Kieran, no.
Kieran's fallen back. Looks like he's lost a couple of spots there.
He did. Darren Williams did go up the inside.
In the white checkmate, you can see standing right out in the middle of that pack.
Daniel Stein's sort of on his a little lonesome there. He must have had a little issue to fall back because he was on the back of that group just a moment ago.
And Phil Oakes as well. We've got to try to...
Jacob Williamson's gone through on Simon Duffy.
We'll try to point out the Victorian cars as well as we can, but it's a bit hard with everyone so close together here.
There you go. They're just in that group there.
They're all there. That's it. In that pack we can see.
Well, actually, they're a bit further back than that. The Victorians are not as strong here as we expected them to be, but don't worry, the next round of Phillip Island they'll be dominant.
That's right, and of course racing against Victorians always brings out the best of the New South Wales drivers.
Well, there is a story about home track advantage, and it seems like the New South Wales boys have got it this weekend.
Right.
But next round is at Phillip Island, and I'm sure the Victorians will be keen to make some revenge.
Right, and we're finding groups of cars all joining together.
There you go, 4
now.
wide, 3 wide.
No, again,
Butcher through to the lead.
That's Butcher takes the lead in the Stinger. Mr. Stinger gets his Stinger to the lead.
Alright, so we'll see how that goes for the Butch man.
Right.
Here we go. He's on board. Thomas leading. And Timmy Brook goes around. Butcher goes around to the outside.
There's a Formula V passing the Formula V.
So these front 4 have sort of made a little break to this next group here. That's Darren Williams trying to go around the outside of Jason Williamson.
Great look at Jason Williamson's Jacer, owned by Mark Williams, the brother of Darren Williams, who's out there driving in the Hancock Racing Tyre sponsored Jacer.
Not sponsored by any other sort of Williams seatbelts or anything. Okay, so Butcher to the lead. Timmy Brooks second. Thomas falls back from the lead to third. Timmy Brooks goes around the outside of Butcher.
This is the front pack of cars we can see in that one frame through there.
And they're all come. There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, about 12 cars in that group.
What about 3, 5 and 7 and 9? Aren't they in there as well? I think so.
Oh, maybe there's more.
They're all there.
So, anyway, and there's plenty of dust lingering there, so people dropping the wheels off on the exit of turn 2.
Okay, now there's Bruce Pearce just in the orange car through the inside there.
Alan Harrison and Jack Sewell.
Yeah, Jack Sewell. This is his first time racing in New South Wales.
He's a Tasmanian actually as well, leasing a Victorian car.
Driving the Beecham racing cars.
Okay, so he's Darren Williams looking at the lead 3. So Darren Williams has moved up to 4.
He's moved up, yeah, and look, he's only a fraction of a second off the lead.
Oh, Thomas.
There's Dylan Thomas on the outside of Tim Brook.
Yeah,
Tim Brook. How often would you ever see Tim Brook being taken round on the outside of the corner?
Butcher, let's see if you can run right off the track.
And will Dylan Thomas take Butcher's position for the lead? No, not quite.
There's plenty of method to keep your speed up out there.
But when Stephen Butcher went wide, that's allowed all these cars to close up.
Okay, Daniel Stein's still there, having a solid run with Phil Oakes just behind with Pervo and a gaggle of 1,000.
And another late break from Darren Williams. He's really on it through into this corner.
Oh, but he's run himself a bit wide, so he's missed the apex here. That could give Kieran Glover a run.
No, but they all run off the track, so they don't lose much time at all.
So how many are there? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 40. 40.
Mate, this is just one of the best races I think I've ever seen, but it's testament to Formula V in Australia and Formula V in New South Wales.
Well, and also the quality of the drivers that are going from 1 to 40 that are all driving wheel to wheel and not touching.
Exactly, but these are just probably some of the best drivers anywhere here driving these great Formula Vs.
I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. Anyone in the front half dozen guys or dozen guys in Formula V will run at the front of any category. Oh, twitch there from Bruce Perry.
That's right. Bruce, he does lots of twitching, usually on the circuit, not always though. Okay, Richard Jefford there we can see in the Elite 100.
Okay, Peter McDonald's ahead. He's ahead of the national elite class leader of Ken Philby.
Great to have Peter McDonald back.
Here you go, big toe down the straight. Thomas goes around Butcher. Timmy Brooks looking to go around the both of them, and Kinsella goes with him.
This is awesome stuff. Hi, Robin.
He's on board. Go, Timmy. Great. Darren Williams going with him.
Darren Williams.
So Butcher's gone from 1st to 4th already before even turn 1
Look at this slipstream from on board Darren Williams' car. This is 3 wide round this 170k corner.
So Timmy Brook will want to go defensive here. He's trying to get his car into the inside line for 2.
Right, where the laps are counting down, we're about halfway through this race, but Tim Brooks got to the lead. He's going to try and hold this.
Here's Perry, that was Lee Porter and Jacob Andrews and someone else.
Right, I'll just cut to the Clemenger International Freight Australian Formula V Series. The leader coming in this race was
so 3 wide into 2. Look at this, 3 wide.
But Tim Brook could get the lead if he wins this race of the series.
Williams up to 2nd. Kieran Glover in the dirt.
Kieran on the dirt on the inside, but he holds his position. There he is, the great checkmate.
Oh, there's no road and then none.
And a big twitch.
So he says use road and then some, but then road then none.
Fabulous
Jason
stuff.
Williamson might get a run up the inside into 4 if he's brave.
This is great driving from this
great
drivers. 3 wide through turn 4, 3 wide.
Kieran Glover's not shy to keep his foot in the gas. He's showed us on a few occasions.
Right then,
Butcher drifted.
All these cars have been driven beyond their limit by these great drivers.
How was the rear wheel drift from Butcher around turn 5 there?
Okay. Again,
so Thomas all over the back of Williams and actually Heathy into the bush.
He's off. He doesn't collide, and he stays. He doesn't hit anything. That's
I thought he was in the wall for sure.
Bad luck, Heath.
But he's lost about a gazillion positions there.
He does. I feel sorry for you, Heath. Hope you get going again really well.
Okay, so Timmy Brooks got a slight margin. So Thomas is up next to Williams here. So Williams must have had a poor turn 9 or turn 15, depends on how you say it.
Right, Tim's looking really good. He actually looks a bit solid there now. He's got a bit of a gap there, and I wonder if there's Darren Williams got to second place.
Coming on to the last lap or the second last lap here, so I wonder if Timmy Brook can make a break here if the rest of them do a bit of fighting.
Oh my, right.
Here's Craig Spark here doing a solid round ahead of last round podium place.
Right, I've got this feeling that there'll be nothing between a giant pack of these leading cars. Shane Purvis coming through here.
There's Heathy.
Yeah, he's got back going again, Heath. Bad luck, mate.
Okay, there's this next massive group.
The midfield.
Doesn't matter where you look, there's a massive group. There's the last lap board out.
Back to the leading pack over the finish line.
Timmy Brook, look at the gap he's got. He's got
a great lead. Darren Williams, 3 wide. I don't know who they all are going through here, but it's too close to call.
It looks like Butcher got the run, so Butcher might. Here it is. Butcher's got the run on Thomas has got the run on Darren Williams, but Williams has got the inside line, so how's it going to pan out?
There's
Checkmate's going for the inside.
Going down the inside.
There's Matty Stubbs going up the inside.
Matt's going down the
Jason
inside.
Williamson, Mitch Quiggin. Oh, they're all there.
Okay, mate, we'll have to get back to this leading pack. That's obviously going to be very exciting and incredibly close.
That was Ken Philby going through, I think, or it could have been one of the Beecham cars.
Right, great racing for Climax International Freight. Great racing for Australian Institute of Motorsport.
And another 1,000 cars.
All right, back to
so
the
here's
leaders.
Timmy Brook. Timmy Brook's got a margin. This is the last lap. If these guys battle into one, Timmy Brook could walk away with this on this lap.
Right, so
Butcher's got the lead.
Third,
Thomas,
4th, 5th, 6th and 7th coming through here.
Kieran Glover's got around Darren Williams.
And 8th.
Here's Darren Williams. That was
almost a flip.
I reckon Darren Williams would have been squeezing his little butt cheeks and chest cheeks and everything to get that car to squeeze any narrower than he could.
And there's no Romain Grosjean or Pastor Maldonado in there, but
no,
clearly.
Thomas looking up the inside of Butcher, but he can't go up ahead there in the battle. But Kieran Glover's joined the group of 3.
Wasn't Darren Williams in second place one lap ago, about 50 metres ahead of where he is now?
Yes,
relatively?
he was. Okay, so Butcher needs to close this gap before they get to the start-finish, the last corner here.
Yeah, half a lap to go, yes.
Okay, so Stubbsy's also looking threatening on the back of Jason Williamson here. Darren Williams has got a car length back to Glover, but he's deep under brakes here in this last corner.
Flat in 4th, hard on the brakes.
How good is Darren in the brakes at turn 9?
Down to 3rd gear and flat again.
There's Kieran Glover off the back of Thomas. Oh, the spin up, Matty Stubbs.
Matty Stubbs from Victoria.
Oh, did he get some help there from Jason Williamson?
And Jason ran wide, maybe round the outside, but that's broken up this pack.
Okay, so Quigginen's now benefited for 2 places from those 2.
Right, Tim Brooks he might have enough of a lead.
Timmy's got a lead. He has. I don't think Butcher can get him by the line.
Kieran Glover's made up positions, and Darren Williams has made up positions.
Okay, so is anyone going to get the toe here?
Mate, this must have been so hard work. Is there energy left in these drivers as they cross the line?
Okay, so there comes through. That's Gary Hook at the tail end of that group. There's Heafy after an earlier indiscretion. There's Stubbsy making his way back after a recent indiscretion.
Lee Porter there, the great Lee Porter in the yellow Jason going through.
They do like to say loose in New Zealand. I think Matty Stubbs was a bit too loose on turn 9.
Right, and there we've got...
That's the winner of the 1200 class for the weekend.
Matt Pearce and Richard Jefford in the LE100 behind him, the rookie Richard.
Very close looking cars.
And here we cut to the lead over the line.
Timmy Brook has held it out. Butcher's held it out in second. Thomas third. He's on board with Thomas.
He can't make up a position.
Okay, Darren Williams, did he get the run on to
Kieran Glover?
Looks like
who knows? Kieran
got him.
Kieran just got Darren Williams.
So
great racing. That just looks like one of the toughest races that's ever been in Formula V.
Okay, so Mitchy Quigginen did hold on to 6th, and Simon Thompson comes through to 7th. Great effort there by the current New South Wales 1200 state champion. Jason Williamson goes through to 8th, but he was a bit higher up, having to avoid the spinning stubs.
Right, and for Clemenger International Freight and Australian Institute of Motorsport, the finishing positions were...
Okay, so we're still coming through with some of the fields. There's...
Okay, Tim Brook, the winner. Now he takes the lead in the Clemenger International Freight Australian Formula V Series 1 ready to go, but Which is second. Not at all, it's too close. It's so close, there's nothing in it.
He moves to second, Timmy Brook.
Right, Dylan Thomas, Kieran Glover from Tasmania, Darren Williams, Mitch Quiddington, Simon Thompson and Jason Williamson.
Kieran Glover will still maintain the lead in the National Series.
Right, Matthew Pearce in 1200s, Ken Philby, he takes he wins the Australian Formula V Series in 1200s.
Congratulations, Ken Philby.
Bernie Cannon, Stephen Cannon and Peter MacDonald.